You hear a lot of things about fluoride, and a lot of people know this chemical as a conspiracy theory. In a lot of different cities, especially the United States, fluoride is added to the city's water. You could also find it in a lot of toothpastes. The theory that lies around is that fluoride lowers a person's IQ and makes you dumber. Why the hell are they adding things to the water? People have been drinking water for thousands and millions of years without a problem. So what is this that they add to the water? This story begins about 90 years ago in the state of Colorado. In the year 1930, a dentist by the name of Dr. Frederick McKay realized that a lot of patients in the city of Colorado Springs have brown spots on their teeth. And he told the city of Colorado Springs that we have to check the water to see what's inside it. They sent the city's water to the laboratory to check what's inside, and what they saw really shocked them because they saw a whole lot of minerals inside the water, especially fluoride. When there is a lot of fluoride in the water you drink, it starts making brown spots on your teeth like this. Dr. McKay realized not only is the teeth turning brown and having brown spots, but it's making it stronger. It's almost like it's acting like a shield on your teeth. Number 9 on the periodic table is an element called fluorine, and fluoride comes from this element. But fluoride is not actually the full name. If you want to say the full name, you have to say sodium fluoride, but they shortened it to just fluoride. Sodium is also another element on the periodic table. So the fluoride we're talking about, the real name is actually sodium fluoride, and this is the formula. When food gets stuck in your teeth and stays there for a while, it starts rotting out your teeth from that area, and it could cause cavities, and even worse, it could cause the teeth to decay. The fluoride that's put in your mouth with the water or toothpaste, it reacts with the calcium in your mouth, and it creates a shield around the teeth. Dr. McKay quickly realized what fluoride is doing to the person's teeth, and even though the people's teeth have brown spots on them, but they're stronger than anyone else. The Americans take this very seriously and start researching fluoride, and then they come up with an idea to add fluoride to the city's water system. In the year 1945, the state of Michigan started adding fluoride to its water, and the percentage went like this: 1 milligram per liter of water. After they tested it, they realized that most people in Michigan have better teeth, but everybody has lower IQ. But that was a joke, because they didn't actually have lower IQ. When the Michigan water didn't turn out to be too bad, the federal government decided to add fluoride to every water system in the United States. A lot of states said absolutely not, we don't want this, and those are the white states. But rest of the states had fluoride added to their water. After this law was passed, a lot of different cities started protesting that we don't want fluoride in our water. This is like rat poison, this is not meant for humans. Because of the protests in certain cities, they didn't actually add the fluoride in those certain ones, but a lot of the states had it and a lot of cities had it alongside it. Right now, about 63% of the water in the United States has added fluoride in it. The first person to actually oppose the idea of fluoride in water was a man named W.T. Berry. He wrote an article that fluoride is poison for children and it could give them Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a genetic problem rather than a fluoride problem, so I highly doubt that fluoride could do this. But the article started a fire that fluoride is poison and you shouldn't consume it. People start to feel suspicious, especially if it affects their children. But they don't realize to make people dumber, you don't really need fluoride. You just need different social media apps like Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Either way, by the year 1991, scientists are studying fluoride to see what it does to the human body, and they're really trying to find out what it does. This is the fluoride map of the world. The most amount of fluoride you can find in the water of a country is the country of Gabon in Central Africa. More than 80% of the water in this country has fluoride in it. After that is the red countries like Australia, the US, Colombia, or Ireland. And then it gets lighter. The gray and white countries don't add fluoride to their water. Like China, less than 20% of their water has fluoride added to it. But when you experiment Chinese, especially Chinese children, their fluoride level is extremely higher than any other country. They realize that there's so many mines in China and they create so much pollution that it causes a lot of fluoride to be in the air. And rather than drinking it with water or toothpaste, they literally breathe it in. And that's what causes the Chinese people have a higher fluoride level in their system than anywhere else in the world, even more than Gabon and the US. Like they did an experiment in Scotland that fluoride gives you Alzheimer's. But when they did experiments, they realized it's not actually the fluoride that gives people Alzheimer's. The reason people in Scotland had Alzheimer's is because back in the day in the water, there was a lot of lead and arsenic, very poisonous elements for the human body, and they actually do lower IQ. And we've made a video about both of them, arsenic and lead. Just like we said, the experiments has not stopped to see what fluoride does to the human body and brain. Like they experiment on rats mostly, to see what happens if you give them water with fluoride in it and water with nothing in it. After this experiment happened, they didn't see any difference between the rats. They did the same experiments in Canada, but on children. Some cities have fluoride in their water and some don't. When they compare the children from different cities, they don't see a difference in IQ levels or intelligence. A lot of people consume fluoride without even knowing it. If you drink tea, you are consuming fluoride. The reason there's fluoride in tea is not because they add it, but it's the tea leaf and plant itself that absorbs the fluoride in the soil and adds it to the leaf. So when you're eating black tea or green tea, you're consuming a little bit of fluoride with it. Like this is the reason doctors suggest that pregnant women should not drink tea, because fluoride is not good for the baby. But it's not the fluoride only. Like doctors suggest for a woman to not drink coffee while she's pregnant because there's too much caffeine and it's not good for the baby. It's not really proven that it affects the baby in a negative way, but it's better if you don't. We all know that inside toothpaste there's fluoride. At least some of them. The reason they add fluoride is because it creates a shield around the teeth. But you can buy toothpaste without fluoride. The reason a lot of people are against toothpaste is because of fluoride. But if you don't like it or if you don't want it, you can buy ones without it. What scientists have proven is that fluoride does not negatively affect a human's IQ. What do you guys think?